Okay, it is Thursday. It is Thursday. Today is November 13th, 2014. This is Wayne Goldsboro Television. I'm Wayne Alley.
And I'm Kim Best. Good morning. Glad to have you with us.
Oh, more than, we're happy and ecstatic and thrilled. Thank you for being there.
Thank you for being there. Right, right. And
Well,
on that note,
we are. Yes?
tell us what today is. I heard you say this earlier. I just think it's hilarious.
I'm going to be sick. No,
No, you're not.
it is World Kindness Day.
Exactly.
And that's nice.
So be kind to someone today and every day.
Yeah.
Make an extra effort maybe today.
Extra effort. Be kind. Be nice. Be some kind anyway. Be kind.
You know you have to be kind. At least
Yeah,
somewhat.
I
My
guess-
goodness,
I guess you
we
do.
all need to be nice.
World Kindness Day. It's better than yesterday. Yesterday was Fancy Rat and Mouse Day.
Yeah, that makes no sense to me
I
whatsoever.
didn't mention that. Well, that's a real thing. There is an association entitled the American Fancy Rat and Mouse Association.
Okay.
They were put together in 1983. They're based in California. It's a club of rodent enthusiasts that organizes shows, breeds standards, and promotes both fancy rat and fancy mouse as appealing pets. And these type animals do make pets for some people.
Okay.
They're not for everyone. But their scope is and intent is similar to the American Kennel Club. They do the same thing,
Yes.
but with different types of animals.
Was today anything other than Be Kindness Day or Happy Kindness Day?
World Kindness Day
Oh,
is
World
so
Kindness.
special. This is the only thing that is today.
Only thing happening today. Okay.
This is it.
Well, on that note, on today's show,
Okay.
we have Sarah MERRITT back.
Oh, good.
Sarah's giving us an entire overview of things that are happening through November and December at the
Wow.
Arts Council. And
Really?
she's got a list of things for young and old and in between. She really does.
Okay.
That's everyone.
Oh,
That's everyone.
That's everyone.
That's
Okay.
another word for everyone.
I love it.
And we also have someone visiting here from the Air Force. I believe you interviewed them.
Oh.
That is a special interview.
Is that today?
That is today.
Wait till you hear this guy. Oh boy. This
Can you
is
give us a hint?
Special Agent Patrick Allen with the Office of Special Investigations, OSI.
OSI.
OSI. Don't ask me how to spell it. Will be our guest today, and and he will help you understand why you need to be alert during all times around your neighborhood, around the city. Just kind of keep your eyes open for things that just don't look right. All right,
Perfect.
that's that, and I really
gonna be a
enjoyed
good
talking
interview.
with him. It is,
Yeah.
yeah, it was a good interview. Yeah. Okay, after let's see, after 7 years of construction, this day 1927,
Yes.
the year of Lindbergh, and over $48 million spent. The Holland Tunnel, New York City's connection to New Jersey, when all the time I thought it was New York City's connection to Holland.
Of course you
Go
did.
figure.
Of course you did.
The Holland Tunnel opened to traffic. It was named after the chief engineer of construction, Clifford Holland, who died just before the tunnel was completed. It opened on this day, 1927.
Interesting. Have you been
Yeah.
through the Holland Tunnel?
I have.
I have too, many times.
Yeah, yeah. Well, to get to New Jersey, you got to go there.
Exactly.
You
My
gotta-
daughter lived there for a short period of
Oh,
time.
did she?
So going back and forth from New Jersey to New York. Oh yeah.
She lived in the tunnel?
Yes, Wayne. She took her camping gear and just camped right there in that tunnel. Of course not.
I knew.
Want to have cardboard? She went.
Yeah.
I knew there was something strange about her.
I know.
Yeah, I know. Okay. Anyway, also on this day, the very first sit-down strike was started. This day, 1933. U.S. workers at the Hormel Packing Company
Oh yeah.
in Austin, Minnesota.
Hormel meats.
Exactly. Hormel Meats. They took action against management. That is the home of spam.
Ah, yes it is.
Spam. I like spam.
Spam.
And
Spam.
spam. You know, and spam.
You like saying that word, don't you? Spam.
Yes, and we're not talking about anything internet. We're talking about spam as a meat product, a packaged meat product, and spam. The word spam came from. This is good trivia information.
Okay.
Spicy ham. Spiced ham. Spicy ham. Somebody, and I'm not going to mention Barbara's name, doesn't like spam.
Well, I'm not a huge fan.
Oh, really? You don't like it either?
I must admit,
Okay,
I'm not a fan of spam.
Well, I can't eat a whole
Say that
can.
fast. I'm not a fan.
A
Not a
spam.
fan of spam.
A spam ham.
All right,
Spam.
let's move on.
She's not a Vienna sausage fan, or as my grandparents used to say, Vienna sausage. Vienna sausage. Anyway, enough of that.
Yes,
we're
enough
going
of
to stop and talking about food and go to an interview or two. How's that?
Let's do. Have you heard what's happening at the Arts Council of Wayne County? Joining me in the studio today is Sarah MERRITT. She's the Executive Director, and she's here to give us an update on everything happening for the month of November and December. Welcome, Sarah.
Welcome. Thank you.
Glad to have you back. Glad to have you back. It's been a while since we've seen you.
I know, it has been a while.
You all have been so busy.
Yes.
Oh, my goodness.
Yes, very busy.
But you know what? That's a great thing.
It is. It's wonderful.
You know, and I say it all the time, Wayne and I talk about it every week. We are so lucky in our community to have an arts council that is thriving, and a big part of that is you and your board and your staff.
Yep, it is. It is. It's the secret to a really great organization is all the people that help make it happen, and we have a lot of people behind the scenes that do that, volunteers and artists and board members and staff, and so we're very, very fortunate to have all those people.
We are, and whenever I talk to you and then when I also go in the Arts Council, I'm amazed at the tremendous amount of talented people that we have living in Wayne County.
I know.
And I brag on it all the time. But it's just amazing when I see all the artwork all over your walls.
Yeah.
And you know, you all are changing every month.
Yep.
So it's always different. But I am truly amazed by the talent we have in Wayne County.
Yeah.
And I hope the community is aware
I hope
of,
so too.
of the talent that we have.
I mean, you can come in our building anytime we're open.
It's very
free.
obvious.
And there's so much to do. And it's just, I mean, I could sit here and talk about it for hours, really.
I know.
But I only have a short time. But we are very, very fortunate. Musicians, dancers, visual artists, it's just kind of, you name it, we've got it here.
We sure do.
And people need to kind of look in their own community because they're here and they are pretty good. We're really lucky. So
will you tell us a little bit about, before we get into the events, how upstairs in the Arts Council you all have, well, classrooms, but you also have, what do you call them, studios?
Yes, we call them artist studios. When we moved into our location, our built downtown, I don't say new, I shouldn't say new, it's 3 years now we've been downtown.
Wow.
When we moved, we kind of looked at when we decided on our location, we thought, you know, this building is perfectly suited to start a new program.
Right.
And so originally we chose 6 of the studio spaces that we would rent to artists for their studios on a 12-month basis. They have a year-long lease. And so we said, well, try these 6 and see how it goes. And within about 6 months, all 6 were filled.
So you knew that was a thriving program.
Yes, and then there was a waiting list.
Oh, wow.
And then we kind of thought about it a little bit more, and we said, you know, we could maybe utilize our space better. So we combined two of our offices into one, which opened up another studio space, and then we had one that we were using for storage, and we just kind of decided we were hoarding. So we, you know, found new homes for a lot of the stuff that was in that studio. So we opened up 2 more studios and had both of those rented probably within about 2 or 3 weeks.
Wow.
So it's just been amazing because you know, never having had a program like that, we really weren't sure what to expect. And what's been interesting is we've had a couple of artists that have left, you know, moved. One of them moved to Cincinnati because he's getting his Master of Fine Arts.
Oh, wow.
Another one relocated to another part of the state for a job. So what's been interesting about that, and really a wonderful thing to see, is as soon as they empty, somebody else comes in, and we don't even have any downtime. And
there's not a lot of advertising. It's by word of mouth.
No, it is.
Totally by word of mouth.
I literally put, when the last one, the artist moved out, I put a little sign up outside and thought, you know, I'll start promoting it next week. And we had an event that Friday night, and an active duty Air Force member who is a photographer and a painter came to that event and said, you know what, I want to look at this studio. And a week later, it was rented to him. So
that's amazing.
There'll be more information about him coming soon, and we're really excited. That's our first active duty Air Force member artist we'll have, and we have some spouses and some retired, but so that's really a neat new thing to have. So
it is, and then you have a couple classrooms up there. Or
yes,
one classroom?
we have a visual art classroom, which is pretty big, and then we have a piano studio where we have piano lessons, and we also have guitar and violin lessons, and we kind of have to. Those can move around a little bit. The piano has to kind of stay where it is. But I think now, I was looking the other day, we have about 40 music students every day. I mean, come in and out all week. I mean, on a weekly basis, we have about 40 music students.
Well, that's what we want. We want an active arts council, and people coming in and out, loving to see that door open and close.
It is. It's
filled with people.
It's great, and we're getting ready to add Kinder Music.
I heard about that.
In January, so we're very excited
That
about that.
is a very popular
Yes,
program.
It is. So we're working on that. So yeah, you know, it's kind of a little bit of
Good
everything.
for you guys.
Yeah, it's wonderful. It's just
You
amazing.
have worked hard. You have worked very
amazing.
hard.
Well, we
I
have a
can't
great
believe,
community.
I remember when you took the job, and I can't remember I can't believe from the time you took the job to now, how the Arts Council has completely transformed and become such a huge part of our community. It's just such a staple now.
Well, thank you.
I truly mean that. It really
a lot
is.
of people working really hard. So
Absolutely, but you're the leader and you're doing a great job.
Thank you.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you. I try.
and it's very apparent. Well, now tell me about some of the events that are coming up that everybody can join in on.
This is probably
The busiest
well, I
time
always
of year?
I find myself saying this all the time now.
Yeah.
This is our busiest time of year, and then 2 months later I'm saying this is the busiest time of year.
Yeah.
But the holidays are really busy for us.
But you all have some special things that happen during the holidays.
We do. I love the holidays, and I have a young child, so I'm always looking for things that people with children, young children, can do in Wayne County. So. One of the big things we have, my favorite thing, is our gingerbread house.
I was hoping
contest.
that's what you were going to talk about.
And so what it is the gingerbread house contest. People can go online to artsinwayne.org and look up all the information and all the rules for the contest. There's all different age groups. Children can enter all the way up to adults and even professionals.
Wow.
And so that's a really fun contest. We give prizes, and the website lists all the different prizes. And
Now, do you provide the decorations, or does the person bring their own?
The person that, for the adult, in the adult category, the adults are responsible. They have to make their gingerbread house from scratch.
Oh, wow.
So they have to design it. They can't use a kit. So, you know, you kind of have to get a little creative,
Yeah.
but it's actually not as difficult as I thought. I've made a few myself. That's kind of why we started it, because
Yeah.
I always liked doing it. But the children can use kits. That's not a problem. But
Okay.
with adults, we really like them to be creative and
Do everything from scratch.
do everything from scratch. And the things that we get,
I can
the
only
creation
imagine.
are just absolutely amazing. And the time that people put into to these houses is just amazing. And they're not always just houses. We've had sleighs.
Well, that's what I was going to ask you. Have you ever had anything kind of out of the box?
We've had sleighs. We've had we had a pirate ship.
Oh, wow.
We had oh Lord, a log cabin with a
Really?
skating pond.
Wow.
We've had one year
That is
somebody did the
creative.
park house in Herman Park. So kind of a little bit of
Neat,
everything.
yeah.
And so that's really fun to see. And how people use the candy and the different food items to decorate, because everything has to be edible. But what's really fun is the children. And
I can only imagine.
We we have a lot of children that enter, and we also have a gingerbread house class where children can come and make their gingerbread house at the Arts Council. And if they want to, they can enter it in the contest. It's
Oh, wow. Okay,
$17.
nice.
It's I'm trying to think of ages. I think 4 to 14, I believe, off the top of my head. And it's just fun to see the kids making their houses, and then they put them in the contest. And so we usually, I would say, have sometimes 30 or more houses
Oh, my
that are on
goodness.
display through the holidays, through December 22nd.
Okay, I was going to
So-
ask you about that. So you do leave them in the Arts Council
Yes,
for
we
a
do.
while.
And then we let people pick them up before Christmas if they
Right.
want to, so they can have them out for their holiday celebrations
Yeah,
and all that good
yeah.
stuff. So that's a really fun project.
And all this, can they sign up online?
They can just bring their gingerbread house to the Arts Council, and if
Okay.
they go online to the website, the instructions and the requirements lay out what days
And
they
age
can drop
groups
them
and all
off.
that.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then they can just bring them to the Arts Council on those days, and then we'll kind of open the display on the 25th in conjunction with Downtown Lights Up.
Okay, of November.
So
okay,
yes,
perfect.
the 25th of November. So about a month they'll be on display, and then on the first Saturday in December, which I believe
It's
is
the Christmas
December
parade.
6th, yes. We will have the Gingerbread Wonderland Breakfast, which is a fun little family event. It's $4 per person, and children under 1 are free. And children can come in and decorate a little mini gingerbread house. We make little mini
cute.
gingerbread houses, and they can decorate them, and they also can make an ornament to take home. And we have muffins and hot cocoa, and And that's a fun event,
Oh,
too.
yeah.
And that's grown tremendously.
I'm
Last year,
sure as people find out about it, it's getting bigger. All these new moms.
yes,
Oh,
last
my goodness.
year we kind of almost ran out of room.
I can only
That's
imagine.
kind of a, you know.
That's a great problem to have.
It is. So yeah, so we're very excited, and like I said, the holidays are a great time. And the thing that that is great is we have some great business sponsors. Remax Complete sponsors a gingerbread house contest, and then our holiday art market, which opens this Friday, is sponsored by Scott Construction, and so we're very thankful to their generosity.
yes.
It helps offset the cost of marketing and all the things we have to do to get the word out to the community
Right.
about what we're doing. And
Well,
it's
tell us
just
what's in
wonderful.
the holiday art market.
Oh wow, you name it. It's just.
I'm always
the
amazed
things
when I see
people
it.
bring in are that our artists bring in are really. I'll
So
tell you,
unusual.
I have gotten to the point now where I really don't shop anywhere else, and it's nice for me because I can
Yeah.
just walk downstairs from my office and do my Christmas shopping.
For sure.
But I mean, anything from, and what's great is the artists are really good about having a very wide range of prices.
Okay,
So
that's
I
great.
mean, anything from $2, and the sky's the limit.
Right.
And so, big paintings, small little greeting cards, ornaments, pottery.
Furniture. I've even seen
Yes,
painted
there's
furniture
in there.
Jewelry.
Oh, wow. Jewelry, yes. I'm trying to think. Books,
Mm-hmm.
CDs of local artists and writers.
One thing that I saw that I was amazed by is rocks or stones that had etchings on them of various people's faces and Indians' faces, and this was last year.
Yeah, yes.
It was just amazing, all the variety. When Wayne and I went to interview in there one day, I won't ever forget, I was just so amazed by the uniqueness and how they're all one of a kind.
Yes.
These are not cookie cutter gifts that you're buying for somebody.
No,
These
and
are
that's
individualized,
what,
very,
right.
very
That's
unique.
what makes them really wonderful is they're personal, they're unique, they're
Yeah.
not mass produced, they're made
That's
by
right.
hand and with love.
That's
so
right.
I think that's really wonderful. We have children's hand knitted stuffed animals for if you have little
nice.
kids
Yeah.
on your list, and dolls. I mean, it's really, you name it, we have it, and every day new things come in, and so I'm always
Awesome.
I always walk down there and say, wow, I didn't know we had this.
And what day does that open?
It opens this Friday.
Okay.
We'll have a little opening reception, 5 to 8, and the Flat Mountain Dulcimers are playing. Oh, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Yeah. So anyway, it'll be really fun.
Wonderful, wonderful. Now, what have you got here?
This is our gingerbread house.
so if you see those around.
Yes, if you see those around, they have all of the information about what's happening.
With the gingerbread contest.
Yes.
Perfect.
And the Gingerbread Wonderland breakfast. So kind of lists all
Oh,
the
yeah.
gingerbread stuff we have going on.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. Well, I know Mr. Pig out there. What is his name? Hamlet?
Yes,
Hamlet is still the popular man in town. I see pictures on Facebook all the time of people going around and kissing
Yeah.
Hamlet and getting their picture made with him. He has got to be one of the most popular pigs.
He is. I think he needs a bath and a little bit of a touch up on his paint. He gets a lot of use.
He gets a lot of use and a lot of attention, but
Yes.
that's a great thing.
Well, and the other thing I really would like to tell you about is something that we started last year that was popular was our letters to Santa.
Oh.
And so Santa Claus has chosen the Arts Council as a place for children to drop off their letters to Santa.
Okay.
So starting November 25th, there'll be a magic mailbox outside the Arts Council. It'll be mounted to the wall. There's a really pretty holiday mural that we've created, and the mailbox will be there. And children can write their letters to Santa, and
Nice.
and then Santa will write them back. We have somebody that comes and delivers them to Santa, and then Santa will write them back. So they
Wonderful.
have to just make sure they put their
return address.
on their letter and
That's
their
right.
envelope. And
Oh, that's special.
so we're really excited that he chose us again.
Yeah,
this
you
year.
should be.
We received,
wow,
I
y'all are
think,
special.
Yeah, we are. We received about 50 last year that we sent up there.
Perfect.
So hopefully we'll get some more.
Well, I'm sure you guys will have that all over social media, and of
Yes,
course we'll help
we
you with
will.
the city, help you promote that and share it for more people to see. Well, Sarah, you all have so much going on. It's so exciting. artsinwayne.org is your website.
Yes.
That's where you can go and find a tremendous amount of information. If you're looking something to do with your spouse, with your children, with your grandchildren,
Yep.
or just you're looking something to do through the holidays, this is a place that has lots to offer you
It sure
for
is.
all ages. Well, thank you, Sarah, for
Thank
being
you.
with us today. Everybody, check it out. Our Arts Council of Wayne County at the corner of
John and Walnut Street.
John and Walnut Street. Thanks for being with us, and this is WGTV Today.
Our guest today is Special Agent Patrick Allen. Special Agent Allen is with the U.S. Air Force Office of Special Investigations. How are you?
Very well, sir. How are you?
I'm doing great. Thanks for being here. This is fantastic. How long have you been with the Office of Special Investigations?
For approximately 2 years now.
About 2 years. You've been in the Air Force how long
About
now?
8 years.
About 8 years.
8 wonderful years.
There you go. And you're stationed here at Seymour Johnson.
I am, sir.
What is the Office of Special Investigations?
Well, the Office of Special Investigations is a federal law enforcement agency.
Mm-hmm.
We actually have a unique mission. We actually have a wartime deployment mission as well.
Okay.
We actually work quite a bit with our local agencies here in the community,
Mm-hmm.
Goldsboro Police Department,
Mm-hmm.
and also Wayne County Sheriff's Department as well.
Okay, so you work closely with local law enforcement as well.
We do.
How often does that happen?
It actually happens quite often. We are a smaller group of folks here at Seymour Johnson.
Mm-hmm.
So we cover the state of North Carolina,
Mm-hmm.
which is quite a big area of responsibility. So we do reach out to our federal, state, and local partners to help us out. And we really do rely on Goldsboro and Wayne County, especially with some of our criminal type cases we look into, narcotic use, some of the major crimes that we have
Right.
off base. They really do help us out. So
Okay.
have a great relationship with them.
I've heard of Operation Eagle Eyes. What is Eagle Eyes?
Eagle Eyes is basically a counterintelligence program that OSI created. And basically it's reaching out to the community, reaching out to military members, asking them to report any suspicious activity they might see. Think of it, again, as a neighborhood watch program that we have. Basically, in the past, terrorist-type activities have different steps that might happen before the attacks carried out. Some of the examples we have, surveillance is one. If you see anyone kind of sitting outside the gate or acting suspicious, you want to report that. Elicitation, someone coming up to a community member and asking about how many personnel are at Seymour Johnson, what kind of aircraft we have, what deployments we might have.
Now this just may start out as a simple conversation. A couple of guys sitting at a restaurant or something, or meeting at a bar or something like that, say,
Yes,
hey,
sir.
how you doing? Tell me, how many people are at Seymour Johnson?
Absolutely.
And it seems totally innocent,
Right.
but not really.
Right, there's a malicious intent behind
Yeah.
it. So,
So this is, you mentioned, I'm sorry, you
No.
mentioned the community watch, sort of thing.
yes, sir.
How could the information like that be used if somebody knows how many people are at Seymour Johnson, or they want to know specifics about how many entrances there are to the base?
Right.
How would that be used?
That would be used by our adversaries who want to do us harm. Who
The
want
bad
to do
guys.
Correct. Terrorist groups. We also have our homegrown violent extremists as well out
Oh,
there.
yeah.
So we want to make sure we can meet that threat and make sure it's held at bay.
Some years ago, and I don't recall the exact year, but I do recall what happened. We did have a situation at Seymour Johnson, where Seymour Johnson, there were intruders on the base that actually got onto the base, threw paint, just wreaked all kinds of havoc out there. And that's the kind of thing, you're talking about homegrown. That was a homegrown situation.
Yes, sir.
But the same thing would apply to foreign terrorists as well.
It does. It does. They'll use whatever means possible to infiltrate and to do us harm.
Right.
So we do ask the local community to help us out, especially since you have the eyes on the outside of our perimeter. You can assist us by observing these things and reporting them to us.
All right, well, how would they report this to you? Would they call the local law enforcement, or would they call directly to OSI?
They can call actually directly to OSI.
Really?
Correct.
Okay.
So our number is actually area code 919-722-1218. And
Okay.
if they call and they say they have an Eagle Eyes report they'd like to make in regards to an incident that might have happened or some situation they might have seen, they can make that phone call, and 24/7 we'll answer the line and take those reports.
Now somebody may see an incident or see something that would be suspicious, but they would say, well, it's not really suspicious. I don't want to really sound bad, or these guys are busy and I don't want to interrupt whatever they're doing. It may not be important enough to report. Should they call anyway?
They absolutely should. We take everything very, very serious, and we do look into everything to make sure that there is no threat. If there's no threat, that's a great thing.
That's a good thing, yeah.
It's a very great
Yeah,
thing.
yeah. All right, so that number again, 919-722, and 722 is the exchange for the base.
Correct.
1218-1218.
Yes, sir.
722-1218 if you see any sort of suspicious activity or what may appear to be, and if it's not, that's fine, but call anyway
Absolutely.
if it looks questionable at all. What kind of information, if somebody gives you information, if they call and say, look, I saw this, what are you looking for? What will you ask them?
We're looking for as many details as possible. So if you could answer what you saw, where it was, when it was, what happened, what exactly, as many details as you can. We're very detail-oriented.
Yeah.
Descriptions of the individuals, vehicles they might have, license plate numbers,
Oh, yeah.
The color of the vehicle, just as much detail as possible. That's what we're looking for. And again, even if it might be nothing, the best bet is to contact us and let us look into it.
All right, excellent. What is, there has to be more to your job or career than just looking for bad guys. There has to be something that's rewarding to you. What's rewarding
The rewarding
to Special
is
Agent
I'm sorry to cut
That's all
you
right, go
off.
ahead.
The most rewarding part of this job is the people that you meet as you do it day to day. I'm talking to you right now, working with our federal or state, local law enforcement agencies. Developing those relationships is a very rewarding part of this job. Also, the people we meet when we're doing our job, the people we're interviewing, it's very interesting learning people's backgrounds. I'm a very social, very interactive person with other people. I enjoy it very much, so it fulfills me especially. Another part of the job that's very rewarding is serving justice. And when I say serving justice, that's finding the truth of it. Because OSI bases itself on defending the nation first and foremost, serving justice, protecting the Air Force, and then finding the truth. Out of those all, my opinion is finding the truth is most important.
Excellent.
If you can prove or disprove the innocence or the guilt of someone, that's a reward in itself.
Yeah.
I feel just as satisfied finding someone not guilty and working as hard as I can to prove their innocence rather than find someone's guilt.
You know, Special Agent Allen, we are here in eastern North Carolina, and there was a time when we were very complacent about things. We live in a very calm area. We live in a rural area, an agricultural community. But we also have one of the finest, in fact, in my opinion, the finest Air Force base in the entire world right here in Goldsboro at SEYMOUR Johnson Air Force Base. Without question, it is the finest. And the community has taken SEYMOUR Johnson and just taken it under its wing, no pun intended, and we love the base here. So we want people to remember, however, that SEYMOUR Johnson could easily be a target for terrorists.
Absolutely.
Easily, because it's a very important base in the scheme of things.
Yes, sir.
So we want to remember that SEYMOUR Johnson Air Force Base, we know these people. These people are part of our community, part of our family, and we love the base. So at the same time, we want to protect our base as much as we possibly can. So if you see anything that's just not right, if it just smells wrong, then and it'll feel right, it'll feel like that, you'll know it. So call 722-1218, 919-722-1218, and ask or give your information to the special agents there, and they'll take it. And if it turns out to be wrong or not good information, then that's fine. But if it is good information, you may have saved a life,
Absolutely.
or two, or three, or all.
Absolutely, most definitely.
All right. Now, what's in the future for Special Agent Patrick Allen?
Oh, my future involves continuing a career in federal law enforcement. My time as an active duty member is going to be drawn to a close here soon.
All right.
However, I'm going to continue in the reserve component of the United States Air Force as an OSI agent.
Wonderful.
So I get to keep my foot in the door in the military, which I couldn't be more proud to serve my country.
Wonderful.
Really great honor to do that and to be part of this organization in the Air Force.
It's a pleasure and an honor to have you with us today.
Yes, sir.
Special Agent Patrick Allen.
Thank you very much for your time.
United States Air Force Office of Special Investigations. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
You see, that was good information there.
Yes, it was.
All right.
They always send us very interesting people from SEYMOUR Johnson Air Force Base to interview each
They
month,
really do.
and great topics.
Indeed. And let me give you that number one more time. It's 919-722-1218, 919-722-1218. If you happen to see something in your neighborhood or you're talking with someone, it just doesn't look or sound right. Okay, that's OSI.
OSI.
Yes. Gary Marshall's having a birthday today.
Who's Gary Marshall?
He is the producer of The Odd Couple, Happy Days, Mork and Mindy.
Wow.
Director of Pretty Woman, Beaches, a comedy writer for the Dick Van Dyke Show, The Lucy Show. He actually
Oh, my
acted in A
goodness.
League of Their Own. He acted in Lost in America. He's the brother, of course, of actress Penny Marshall. Gary
did not
Marshall.
know that.
Oh, he does it
Wow.
all. He's 80 today. Joe Mantegna is on Criminal Minds, and he's been around for a long time as an actor, but he's on Criminal Minds right now. 67. Sheila Frazier, she was in 3 The Hard Way, The Hitter, I'm Gonna Get You Sucker, Superfly, Firehouse, a bunch of other stuff. She's 66. Tracy Scoggins of Lois and Clark. She's 61. Chris Noth
Yes.
of Law and Order. He is 60 today. Caroline Goodall of Schindler's List and Charles and Diana and a bunch of other stuff. She's 55. And Steve Zahn of Bye Bye Birdie, Reality Bites, Crimson Tide, and tons of other stuff. He's 47 today.
Well, happy birthday.
Happy.
Happy birthday. Reminding you that at the Paramount Theater.
Oh, it's my sister's birthday
Oh, is it?
and my brother's birthday.
Oh, my goodness.
There you go.
Well, happy birthday, brother and sister.
There you go.
On Saturday, November the 22nd, mark your calendar at 7 o'clock p.m. The famous Jimmy Fortune will be back here in Goldsboro in concert. Of course, Jimmy toured and sang and performed with the legendary group, the Statler Brothers, for 21 years. If you want to see Jimmy in concert, and it all benefits Toys for Tots, get your tickets now online at GoldsboroParamount.com. You can find out more information there, or you can give them a call. Admission is $22. All benefits Toys for Tots, Saturday, November the 22nd.
And if you're a fan of the Statler Brothers, you know who Jimmy is. But if you don't remember the Statlers, or you're too young to remember, he was the tenor. He's the little guy on the end there, yeah, who could belt a song out. Boy, he can put it out there. He is fantastic.
Great. Glad to have him back in Goldsboro.
Oh yeah. Got a
Reminding everyone on Tuesday, November the 25th,
Oh yes.
Lights Up Downtown.
Whee!
We're lighting up all of downtown. We will officially flip that switch and the water tower will come on.
That's so exciting. This is exciting, yeah.
We'll have all kinds of events happening on the steps of City Hall. We'll have a lot of local performers singing holiday pops. We will have, let's see, trolley rides, free trolley rides.
Free.
2 actually, 2 different horse-drawn
2.
carriages that'll be giving free trolley rides. And guess what?
What?
Snow will be here for sure.
Snow.
Snow will be falling from the sky.
We'll be here for sure?
100%.
You're sure of that?
Positive.
Absolutely.
Positive.
Without a doubt.
Without a doubt.
Son of a gun. How do you do that?
It's a secret.
It's a secret.
It's a secret.
Oh boy.
That same night, don't forget, at 8 o'clock, all the lights up starts at 5. Enjoy maybe some food downtown at your local restaurants.
Oh,
Try
yeah.
some of the new restaurants possibly.
Yes.
And then at 8 o'clock, the North Carolina Symphony will be at the Paramount Theater playing their annual Holiday Pops concert, which is fabulous.
That is always close to
Oh, I
sold
love
out,
it.
if not sold out. You need to get your
Love
tickets
it,
to
love
that
it.
right away.
GoldsboroParamount.com.
And our North Carolina Symphony is just
They
fantastic.
are, and you know, usually their conductor is just as interesting and fun and entertaining as the symphony is
Yes.
themselves.
Oh yes.
He is a mess.
Okay, today is the 13th. We've got a couple of blood drives to tell you about. One on the 19th next week at the University of Mount Olive that starts at 10:30 that
UMO.
morning. UMO.
That's right.
UMO.
UMO.
Yeah, UMO. Goldsboro High School at 8 o'clock on the 21st. Dudley Christian Church on the 22nd at 10 a.m. Mitchell Eye Center will have a blood drive on the 22nd. Also, that one begins at 9 a.m. on the 22nd.
Give blood if you can.
Please, give the gift of life. All right, also, at the Peggy Seegers Senior Center, their holiday open house is Wednesday, December 3rd from 2 to 5 p.m., offering refreshments, entertainment, door prizes. Come see the beautiful center and enjoy some holiday cheer. The public is welcome to attend. That's on December 3rd. That's a Wednesday from 2 until 5 p.m.
Don't forget Christmas Parade, the very first Saturday in December, downtown Goldsboro. I believe it's time to go.
We got to run. Got to get out of here. Be here tomorrow. We'll be right here for, because I plan on being here.
Me too.
Okay. Until then, on Wayne Goldsboro Television, I'm Wayne Alley.
And I'm Kim Best, and this is what's happening in your community.